Some huge breaking news coming out of Tottenham Hotspur then. And after the James Maddison injury news was confirmed that he, in fact, has done his ACL. And I, for one, am absolutely gutted. I thought this was going to be his season, but it looks like he's going to be out for a majority of the campaign. Well, a new transfer link has emerged from the Athletic, from Jack Pitt-Brooke. And today we're going to be reacting to it and giving my opinion on the move. But before we go any further, if you are new to the So Talk Spurs YouTube channel and you're just discovering me right now, then leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Also, let me know in the comments down below, are you happy with this signing? And also stay tuned. Later tonight, I'll be having a reaction to the Tottenham Bayern Munich game that is set to be quite a tasty little fixture. But I did a video yesterday with Alice Talks Football, and we spoke about all the different 10s, attackers, wingers who are being linked with Tottenham Hotspur. But a name we didn't mention is someone who's being linked with a move today, and that is Nico Paz. I think that's how you say it. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know in the comments down below. But Jack Pitt-Brooke has said that Tottenham interested in Como's Nico Paz and deny bid. So that is according to Guillermo Rai, again, a Real Madrid correspondent for The Athletic, because we all know that Nico Paz, that is the team he came for originally. He's part of was part of the Real Madrid youth academy, and then made the move to Italy to play for Como. I mean, beautiful location, Como. Cesc Fabregas over there as well. And they're one of the big success stories of that league over the last couple of years, because they've done I don't know how I'll describe it. I was going to say a Leicester fairy tale, but obviously Leicester went on and won the league. But sort of maybe like a Brentford or a Bournemouth, like a small, a small club who have come up to a major league and are making waves, which is ironic considering they're on a lake. But looking at Nico Paz, he is very young and, sort of in that wonder kid territory, around 20, 21 years old, and you could say maybe lacks the experience at a top level. You got to think the Premier League is very unforgiving, and a player like him to come into a side and dominate would be, quite tricky. And the fee that I could imagine Como would want for him would be very extortionate. There was rumours from Di Marzio earlier today saying that they've already rejected a bid from Tottenham, but these were seen as not true, for about 40 million euros. Apparently they want upwards of 60, 70 million euros, which is extortionate for a player who, as I say, is only 20, 21 years old, quite young, in fact. But all you got to do is look at the sort of player that he is and look at what Tottenham are lacking. I've said quite a lot in recent videos that Tottenham are lacking a creative edge at the moment. I think up front we have some good raw but talented potential players in Tel, Solanke, Odebear, Brennan Johnson, etc. But we haven't got anyone creatively because of the injury to Dan Kulusevski, now the injury to James Maddison. And there's not really anyone who's going to pick up that ball in that 10 slot and really drive at defences. And what's good about Nico Paz is he's versatile. He's a playmaking midfielder who's known for his passing, which is very important. Thomas Frank, we saw at his Brentford side how we got the best out of Mikkel Damsgaard. I guess Paz would be that sort of player. He's good at shooting, got intelligent movement. Those are the styles that Thomas Frank sees in a really good player. And also, according to I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about this player. I've not really watched him as much, but according to different reports that I've read, he excels at finding space between the lines, making late runs into the box, delivering accurate through balls, possesses excellent dribbling skills, composure under pressure, making him difficult to dispossess. Ironically, considering that Dele Alli's at Como, those are sort of the play styles as well that Dele Alli had, that sort of second striker role. So that's quite interesting that he has got that potential. And when you look at his career so far, 105 appearances across UEFA youth leagues and Champions League and Serie A and stuff like that. His Serie A record is 35 games. 6 goals, 9 assists, which are very, very impressive. And his average, positions, looking at transfer marks as well. He can play centre mid, attacking mid, second striker, centre forward, right mid, right wing, and left wing. He's played in all those different positions, and that's what Thomas Frank likes in a player. He wants that versatility. He wants a player who's going to drive at defences and make stuff happen, unlock the door for those attackers we have in our side. Because that is my one worry, and I've aired it quite a lot in the last week, that Tottenham do lack that sort of player who is going to drive at a defence, who is going to, really put defenders under pressure. Because I think, when we've looked, and I'll probably jinx this now ahead of the Bayern Munich game, but when we look at how Tottenham have played in pre-season, a defence looks more resolute now. Our midfield looks more compact and more able to deal with pressure from other attacking teams and counter-attacking, etc. But where I think we need, more minerals, more an impact from the overall squad is in that creative area of the pitch. And as I said in that video with Alice, I listed so many different players who could fit that mold, who could play that 10, who sound unrealistic, but I guess this is a player who can potentially make that move now. He's proven himself, in a top 5 league from Europe, and Como, the project is quite exciting there. It just might take a lot to get the Spanish international out of the club is my one worry. And also that, is he good enough? So the idea that I've been touting is maybe Tottenham should be looking at a James McAtee, because James McAtee has shown potential in the Premier League for Manchester City. But a lot of people have said in my comment section that maybe is James McAtee good enough to be starting week in, week out? And I guess Nico Paz, if we're paying a high fee for him, he'll be expecting to be, one of the stars on the team sheet, when Thomas Frank names his 11 most weeks. But has he got, is it potential at the moment? Has he actually got enough to be starting in this team? That is where my questions come into fruition. And I feel like maybe would this money, say, they want between upwards of 40, more towards the 60, 70 mark, should we have tried to then go more in for the Eberechi Eze deal? Should we have actually given more for Morgan Gibbs-White? Morgan Gibbs-White would have been a given, would have been a Premier League quality player coming into the side and actually, making an impact, whereas Nico Paz, there's a few question marks there. I like the idea of the player. I've seen compilations and all that sort of stuff, and he looks good on paper. But put him in the Premier League and he's got to play tough fixtures and Champions League as well now. That's where, a bit of my concern does come in. And apart from that, there's not actually, in these videos, I sort of talk about other links as well. There's not much else going on. There's not many transfer rumours and links. I mean, at the moment, it's a load of paper talk and not a lot. And after the James Maddison confirmation from Tottenham themselves today, it'll be intriguing to see what Tottenham do, considering that tonight is our last pre-season game. And then we have PSG in the Super Cup on Wednesday, and then we're into the Premier League, not this Saturday, next. So, yeah, it's never an easy day, is it, at Tottenham Hotspur? But let me know in the comments down below, do you think we should sign Nico Paz from Como, or do you think there's another player? And as I said, I've done a video deep diving into all the different attackers we should sign with Alice. Go and watch that. It was a really good watch. Try and watch it now ahead of the game after you've watched this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until next time, up the Spurs. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.